Hey guys, it is Jess with Watch Kitty Shrink, and I wanted to come on here and tell you all about a cool thing that happened to me. And believe it or not, it is about weight loss. Can you believe I'm making a video about that? I feel like I've been making videos about everything else lately. Anyway, before I jump into that, in case this is your first video, let me give you a rundown of me and my channel. I am 32 years old. In August 23rd, 2016, I had weight loss surgery. My highest weight ever was in April of 2016, and it was 285.0. When I went for my surgery in August, I was 255.4. My lowest weight ever was in 2018, and it was 140.9. For an entire year, I maintained between like 143 and 145. I have been experiencing some regain, and that's just because I had a very rough year at the end of 2019. I don't want to go back into that because I'm in a good mindset right now, but my current weight is 163 pounds. So yeah, anyway, if you do math really quick, I don't, but I already know it. That means that at one point I had lost 145 pounds, and I'm currently still down 120 pounds of that. So anyway, here's the thing. Like I mentioned, I had a really rough 2019. I've been feeling very lost, just very disconnected. I've not been feeling very motivational, or let's see if we can come a little closer. I've not been feeling like I've had a whole lot to offer the weight loss community and stuff like that. I've just really been in a bad mindset. Well, anyway, through my work, this has been about a week and a half ago, I guess, I was invited to a Women's in Business Symposium. If you've never been to something like that, it's like, you know, it's kind of like a meeting, but it's like a training seminar, everything all at once, and they're fun. So we get there, and there's probably, I'm going to guess 150 women there, all from businesses local to our area. And they'll do a thing called a keynote speaker, which is where one person gets up and tells a motivating story. And I am a sucker for stuff like that. I absolutely love motivating stories. Even if I'm not personally in the situation that they came out of, I still love that. I love seeing and hearing about people overcoming their challenges. And then they do what's called breakaway sessions, where you can pick which session you would rather go to. One was about how to manage money the best, and the other one is about overall wellness. Now, I chose overall wellness because I knew the lady who was giving the speech. She was one of my fitness instructors. And so I was like, oh, I've got to go see Amber. So I chose that one. Most of the people, I think all of the people actually that I work with, because there was 9 of us from my company there, all chose that one. And I would say in that room, there was probably 60 to 70 people. And, you know, I went up and talked to my instructor and stuff. Well, then she started having us do challenges. And my little group had 3 people in it. And we was talking about things that we do. She was asking things that we do, like to better ourselves and stuff like that. And we had to grade ourselves. And when she got to my group, the girl who was talking about my personal chart was like, yeah, we found out that Jess, she does cook a lot and that her health is really important to her. And my fitness instructor, who was the leader of this class, said, well, it's funny you should say that. I can't believe that Jess is here in this class. Would you feel comfortable sharing some of your story? Now, I want you all to know that if you had known me back before 2016, I would have died 7 deaths when she said that. Because, of course, as soon as she said that, everybody turns and looks at me because they're like, okay, well, what's this chick's story? Being the center of attention was terrifying to me before. I hated it. I would have acted like I had to go to the bathroom. I would have done anything to avoid that. You would have always found me sitting in the back of the class trying to blend in. That's just something that was always terrifying to me. And you know, I think a lot of it is the confidence that I gained with my weight loss. Being here on social media definitely helped because instead of all of those things that would have happened normally, just complete panic and utter breakdown, when she said, Jess, would you care to share some of your story? I said, sure, no problem. Like, to everyone else in the room, maybe they just thought that public speaking wasn't a big deal to me, but looking back on it, I am so proud of myself that I didn't even flinch. Just stood right up and I told my story. Told, you all know the story, but I'll tell you a little bit, about how I was facing at 28 a lot of health problems that I did not want to have to start taking medication for at 28. I was having high blood pressure problems, diabetes, and that there's, heart problems on my dad's side of the family, which of course typically affects the daughters, and stuff like that. So I told him about how I've lost, almost 150 pounds, how I've maintained 120 pounds of that, that there's a lot of effort to be put in. I meal prep. I understand that it's not easy. I understand that you have other people relying on you and all this, but that you can't take care of the people in your family or the people that rely on you until you're taking care of you too. That it's okay and it's not selfish to make yourself a priority, that it's essential. And especially because that's what the class was about being okay. The class was managing chaos, but it was saying how it's important to take care of you too, as well as these other things. And I was like, it's not selfish, it is necessary, because I promise you, when you start feeling better, you're able to take care of people better. That weight loss, it didn't make me a better person, it didn't make me more deserving of love, but it did help me accept that. That's just the truth. Seeing myself do something so difficult really boosted my self-esteem. Well, anyway, everybody was like, oh my gosh, that's so amazing. And people were asking questions. And I just handled it like it wasn't nothing. And then we went back to the main room and did some more things. And then the next speaker did an exercise where she wanted you to not talk to the people at your table, because of course you knew them, but to go to any random strangers you wanted to and give them a compliment. And as that was happening, a girl came up to me that I did not know. Again, she's a stranger. She had no reason to be nice to me or anything like that. And she had tears in her eyes. And she said, I want you to know that I think you're very inspiring and motivating. And I really needed to hear your message today. She said, I just think that God put us both in that room for a reason. She said, that meant a lot to me, to hear that it's okay to make yourself a priority too, and that you can't take care of the people you love if you're not taking care of you too. And she really had tears in her eyes, and you could tell that this meant something to her. And I hugged her because I was like, oh my gosh, thank you. That means a lot to me to hear that had some kind of impact. And so I hugged her and she hugged me, and I don't know, that just reignited something in me, that this is truly what my passion is. I was just kind of having to get through the hard times for a little bit, but this is what my passion is not just losing weight, but showing people that it's possible, really making people understand how much better you feel when you're taking care of yourself. And it gave me a boost to give this other person a boost. I think that's how I fill my cup up, is that it makes me feel better to know that I've done something to make someone else make some changes in their lives. I do get messages from you all here on YouTube and on Instagram sometimes. It's like, I helped you make the decision to start eating better, or even the decision to have weight loss surgery, which I know changed my personal life. It saved my life. And sometimes I'll even get messages that say, you saved my life. You made it possible to know that I could do this too. And I don't think I'm anything special other than it is difficult to come on here on the internet and tell some of the most scary things about yourself. And I did that because watching so many of you inspired me to do it, that I wanted to pass the candle along. But I'll never get tired of hearing that. That will always make it worth it to hear that I helped somebody else. And so I just wanted to share that moment because it really, like I said, it really sparked something in me, because I've really been doing a lot better with my own mental health and physical health ever since that. It just kind of gave me a moment that was like, yeah, you are Watch Kitty Shrink, Jess. You've got this. Pull it together. So yeah, there's really no point to this video other than me saying that seeing that growth was really cool. Hearing that I helped someone was really cool. And my favorite part of that whole symposium was when we was walking around giving complete strangers compliments. So I highly encourage that you do that, because it makes you feel so much better, or at least for me, knowing that I made somebody else smile. Like, that was the coolest thing to me, even more than the compliments I got. So yeah, be nice out there, and I'll see you all soon. Bye.